Starting. Hey guys! Oh, I hear an echo. Do you guys hear that echo?
No.
Okay, because I have headphones on. It's Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth. We're here with The Naked Truth, live from Kansas City, Ontario, Canada, and Huntington Beach. And also Scotty's living room where his couch is on the wrong side of him. It's over there. So, what's going on, guys?
Not much. What's going on with you?
I'm always last. How was your week?
My week was. Can I go?
Yeah, go.
My week was fantastic.
I like it better when you say sublime.
Sublime.
Didn't you say that? Okay, never mind.
Fantastic. No,
that must have been somebody else.
Yes, dear, it was. But that's okay. No, it was good. Went to the gym a couple of times, did some work, see the kids, ate, slept.
You joined WLS Facebook World.
I did join that, yes. And that is a wonderful community to be into. Thank you, everybody, for asking me to be your friend. I appreciate that because I didn't have any before, so now I think I've got about 85 in about 12 hours. Keep up the work.
Awesome. Okay, Gretchen's watching. Just want to let everybody know. And real quickly, I put up the Q&A thing. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if I can figure it out. So best way, if you want to send us some questions for Scotty, let us know you're watching, tell us anything interesting, is to text me, 714-625-5663. So I have two Scotts. This is going to get confusing.
Well, it's Scott and Scotty.
Okay, so Scott, you had not such a good day on Friday.
Yes, this week has sort of been a week from hell, to be quite honest. Lots of bad stuff happened, and it topped off on Friday when I completely totaled my car. So that was fun. But luckily, I'm not hurt, but the car is completely smashed.
But your beard grew since the last time I saw you.
I know, it was like, it kind of like picked out, it was like, hulked up. So,
the Incredible Hulk was coming out.
That's right. But the good thing is I was not hurt, and I pushed through, and on Saturday morning I did my first race of the year. I did a 7K trail run out in the snow.
I saw that.
Wow, that's great.
Awesome.
Sort of reminded me of like the training montage of Rocky in Russia.
Awesome.
So,
when's the next Tough Mudder?
Maybe October at this point. That's roughly when I'm thinking about doing it, if I can get some people to do it with me. I'm not doing it by myself. That's not possible.
Well, you did it with one guy last time, with your friend.
Yeah, I did it with one guy, and I think he'd do it with me again. So.
Yeah. My week has been okay. I had visitors through like Thursday still. Amy and Christine left on Monday. Lorraine stayed on Tuesday. We did like single girl stuff, which was really fun. And then we went before the day. She left Tuesday morning, and we went that morning at 6 a.m. to do laundry. That was fun. I took her to the local laundromat. My washer and dryer is broken. And we had to do it at 6 a.m. because it was a very busy day.
Were you sober?
At 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't hungover?
No.
Just asking.
No.
Okay.
And then my friend came up for a couple of days. So like Thursday night was the first night I was by myself in my house, and I realized how much I needed to do because I have to move in a week. So started that today. My son was supposed to come help me. He came and he stayed for 15 minutes.
Oh.
So he was a super huge help. He dragged the old washer out to the street and then looked at the dryer and said, "I don't know how to disconnect the gas. I'll see you later."
Goodbye.
Goodbye. But I'll be back tomorrow. I'm like, can you watch a YouTube video on it between now and then?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's my week. I will be... Next week's show will still be here, but the following week will be in my new house, which I'm very excited about if I can get everything packed up by then. Okay, community celebrations. Rhea Reloaded had said yesterday that she might be 100 pounds down. She's actually 102 pounds down today, which is awesome. We had lots of birthdays this week. It was, most importantly, it was Jim Haney's birthday, who is one of our Naked Truth co-hosts. So happy birthday, Jim. He had a bacon birthday cake. I think it was Sleeve McQueen's. We have a question for you, Scotty, but I'll wait till we get through community celebrations for that. Sleeve McQueen's, it was her birthday. It was Erica, and I can't remember what her YouTube name used to be, but Walter's Erica, who's gorgeous and works at Clinique. It was her birthday. It was Caitlin VSG Journey's birthday. So lots of birthdays this week. Gretchen, who's watching, had her rings resized 3 sizes down.
Oh,
wow. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because she's a real skinny bee. Tiffany Clark went to the gym and got a real workout in, so that's awesome. So I got to meet Nirvana last night.
Cool.
She happened to be, she told me she was going to San Bernardino, which is like 2 hours from here, and then she told me she was going to Santa Monica, which is like an hour from here, and she actually ended up in Hermosa Beach, which was like 35 minutes from here. So we had dinner last night. Oh, look, people are posting questions, and it's working. How nice. But I just wanted to shout out Nirvana for her workout. She is doing really amazing. I'm echoing again. And she just posted on Facebook. But anyway, she's doing great. We planked together, if you guys saw the photo we posted.
Yeah.
But she was telling, because I don't generally watch when people post workout videos, even though I post workout videos and expect other people to watch them. She told me about her workout, and she's working really hard. She's in the gym like 3 to 4 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week, which is awesome. Beautiful Alicia is down another 5 pounds, so she's really kicking in her weight loss. Randy, VSG Granny's son, got engaged, so he's off the market, ladies. Dennis Finet is half the person he used to be. He weighs 192 pounds now, and he's down 192 pounds, which is amazing.
That's awesome.
Congrats, Dennis.
Lily VSG got her surgery date. Liz, I'm not sure how it is. Liz Legarini says I should get a shout out because I have small underwear now, so okay. And I also was watching, I subscribe to anybody who subscribes to me, but sometimes I don't do that for a couple of weeks. But I watched somebody's video today that I really liked, and so I just want to give a shout out to her, and I'll post it in the link below. It's her name is Voluptuously Skinny. So I really liked her video that I watched today. So those are the community celebrations we have. Really quickly, Brooke RNY is watching. She says she loves Scotty, and he's always a constant support in her journey and such an incredible role model. And, Erica's YouTube handle was Sleeve Buscemi. And VSG Jody is also watching. She has a question for you, Scott, that I'll get to in a little bit. But I'm going to turn it over to the other Scott.
Alrighty. Well.
Oh, wait. Before you ask that question, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was telling, Scotty and I did a hangout the other day just to make sure everything was working, and I said, this is the first time probably I'm going to be doing this with somebody I don't know very well. So why don't you give us some of the basics about you just to start out that are non-weight loss surgery related?
Non-surgery
how old you are,
related.
what you do, that you puree pork chops and call it, or whatever.
You don't want to hear about me pureeing pork chops?
I do.
You do? Oh,
yeah.
Well, I love to puree pork chops, especially when I was in the pureed stage. No, seriously. But not just pork chops. I pureed cauliflower to go with it. You have to have a vegetable. Chicken cacciatore, pureed that as well. What else? I think I had something beef too that I pureed. I like to puree it all, but I'm past that stage now, so I like to eat it regularly. Other than that, no, I don't know. Outside of weight loss surgery community, I'm just an average kind of guy. Yeah, hang out with my kids, see some friends. That's it. It's all right. I'm boring. That's what I do. I come on here, and everything actually boils down to WLS community. It's a full-time job.
It
being
is.
on here and watching all the people that I subscribe to because they subscribe to me, and it goes into the night watching it, and I don't know, like it's pretty hard, really.
So, can you tell us just a little bit about, since we did your non-weight loss, let's talk about your weight loss stuff, and tell us, what surgery you had, where you had surgery, how much you've lost, where you started from, all that.
Okay. I had surgery at Humber River Regional Hospital in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. My surgeon was Dr. Hagen, who is, I guess, considered to be like the Canadian pioneer of the bariatric surgery. That's what I was told, and I would believe it because he was a fantastic surgeon. Had that July 7th, 2015, so 6 months out. My surgery weight, I was 340 pounds, and my last week I was, because I write everything down, I can't remember where to look, 224 pounds. So about 115 pounds and change what I've lost since surgery. My highest ever recorded weight, for those of you that have never seen that video of me, is 419 pounds. That was in August of 2014. So I happen to have lost some weight from there up until about last April of 2015, when I got my meet the surgeon date and my surgery date. That's when I kind of kicked in and said, okay, now it's real, and let's start cutting back the calories and the portion sizes and all that.
Yeah.
So I lost a bit more weight with that before surgery.
So how much did you lose in between from 419 to what?
Well, I did 3 weeks of OptiFast because I was in the 300s. So for here, it was basically a week per 100, so 300 pounds, 3 weeks. So I was 360 when I started OptiFast, and I lost 20 pounds in the 3 weeks on OptiFast, which was, I won't say it was delicious. No, it was not. It was quite gross. Some people I know love it, but it was a struggle. 4 shakes a day. But in here, with the Toronto hospital, they were good. They said if you wanted to, you could have up to 2 cups of greens a day. Cauliflower, green cauliflower, broccoli.
Yeah.
With pork chops?
Yeah, pork chops, lettuce and stuff like that. But I opted not to go with any food, so I went the whole 3 weeks with just the OptiFast drinks and a heck of a lot of water to flush it out.
Yeah.
I did OptiFast for 28 weeks.
Now,
And
was
I
yours
have an
the powdered
echo.
or
I don't know why that is. Do you have headphones, Scotty, where you could maybe try?
Oh, I can try.
Okay.
I can try. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
You can hear me now.
Scott, you talk since you're not looking for headphones and you don't have an echo. Oh, my
Okay.
echo's already gone, so he must have plugged in the headphones.
Yep.
Oh,
Perfect.
I can't
Okay.
hear you now.
Can you hear me
Oh,
now?
no.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, no. It's broken. Try this again.
Can you hear me now?
All right.
Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you.
And we can hear you.
I think you should.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just keep them in. Well, I guess if I'm talking to you, you need to hear me.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Okay,
Hello?
Scotty, how about
Hello?
I text you the questions?
Can somebody talk?
Yes, can
Hello?
you hear me?
I can't.
Hello?
Oh, you guys, you broke me.
Okay, take out your headphones. Wait.
Hello? Can you hear me? Can
Yes.
you guys talk?
We
I
can hear
can't hear
you.
you.
Yeah.
You broke me. Oh, no.
Sorry, I complicated things. Scott, talk about something interesting. He's leaving.
All right.
He's leaving the building.
So, maybe we should take a poll of what kind of new car I should get.
I'm sorry. I'm broken. Show's over. Good night.
What did
So-
you say, Scott? I didn't hear you.
I said maybe we should take a poll of what kind of new car I should get.
Oh, what kind of new car should Gastric Tiger get?
Yeah.
BMW convertible.
Oh boy.
That works where you live, right?
Absolutely. If I had that kind of money, absolutely. So we're talking about on a budget kind of car.
Oh.
So
I don't know.
I don't know. Right now,
Okay, Scotty, just sit down.
Do we have closed captioning for the hearing impaired?
Can you hear me?
You guys, you
Just
broke my
don't worry
thing.
about it. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
No. So please go on with the next question. Text it to
Okay,
me.
can you
Liz,
hear me now?
and
Okay,
then
somebody
I'll,
just texted that you're funny and
can't
cute,
hear
so
you.
I thought you needed to hear that. Did you hear that?
I don't think you can hear us at all.
Oh, hey.
Can you hear me?
These things.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Hello.
Can you hear us? Okay, I'm texting you to take out the fucking headphones.
Or read our lips. Can you
We will
read
deal
our
with the
lips?
echo.
Ah. Ooh.
Can you hear me now?
Oh.
You good? Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Hello.
Look at your phone. I am texting you.
We can. I know you can hear me. But now my thing is broken.
Oh, it's totally broke? Okay, I'm going to
Can't
text
hear
you
you.
the questions. Oh, I totally screwed it up. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
You broke me.
People are texting that they're finding this humorous, so I guess that's a good thing.
Maybe if he drops off and comes back on, he might be able to hear.
Oh, yeah. Scotty, can you hear us? Look at your phone. Look at your phone. Okay. Go off and log back in.
All right, so Google tech support tonight. That's the lesson. That's what we're doing.
This is what I get. Okay, Christine, Teeny Tiny Tummy is the one who told me to tell them to put some headphones on, so just saying.
It's totally her fault.
Totally her fault.
Okay.
Go off.
All right, there you go.
Okay, good. Went off. He's coming back.
All right.
We will figure this out eventually.
Yeah, that might
okay,
work.
Scott, why is it every time we do a show something weird happens?
I don't know.
Well,
maybe the world just wanted to see the two of us together, just the two of us again.
Yeah, maybe.
And we should talk about sex and
maybe we should do book groups since we haven't
we
scheduled a date for that.
Exactly. Yeah, we can talk about our book. Absolutely.
Did you read the book? Wait, what's the name of the book for book group?
Furiously Happy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love this book.
There you go. See.
Okay, can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now?
Oh.
Can you hear us?
You were just there. I just heard Scott.
Yeah, can you hear us? No. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Can you hear us now?
It's your fault. You guys
Are
did
you?
something.
Are you?
Okay,
muted?
I'm gonna text you questions.
All right.
Okay.
Say that again. I can't hear you. So, anyways, back to the questions. Even though I can't hear you, please ask the next one.
Read the phone.
Around, yeah, right. How's your spelling? Spell check good?
Yeah,
it must
not
be
so good.
an iPhone thing or something.
But repeat the question.
Okay,
Wait.
well, I was born overweight. Really, I was 12 pounds, 2 ounces when I was born.
No, you weren't.
Yeah. My mother was like 3.5 weeks late because back then it's not like, oh, 2 weeks we have to deliver your baby. It's like, oh, look at you, you're so beautiful and whatnot. So
when I go,
I
stop talking.
12 pounds, 2 ounces. Been overweight all my life. Not a big chubby guy, but tall and big that way. So I didn't look really big, fat, obese, even though I kind of was in the medical technical terms. Let me my finger.
So I'm texting him the questions. I'm asking him.
Back then,
they put him on a diet at birth.
I didn't go on a diet back then. No. Did they put you on a diet at birth? No. Apparently, back then, they used to feed you homogenized milk, like the big heavy fat stuff. So, why not make a fat kid fatter, right? You know, because got to give him that nutrition from that. So that's what I remember hearing was that's what I was given to drink. So yeah, I've just been big all my life as an adult. As a teenager, never really tried anything to lose weight. I hated the fact that I was overweight, and I didn't fit in, but I didn't want to do anything about it. I don't think I knew how to do anything about it. You know, my dad said, you know, eat grapefruit and drink more water. And hasta
Okay,
luego.
I just told Scotty to try to log out one more time, so that hopefully we can fix this, because
All right. Yeah.
it's a little confusing for me. I'm telling him to repeat the questions, but
so back to book group. I love this book, and I'll tell you why I love this book.
You told me already.
Every time I listen to it, because I have the audiobook, I swear I hear Sarah Waffle's voice. I mean, it's like she wrote the book. So it's the weirdest thing.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now?
It was the weirdest. That's what I heard.
Yay! Can you hear us now, though?
Now I can't hear anything.
Okay, I think maybe just Scott needs to talk.
All right.
Can you hear him?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me at all? No?
Okay.
Did you send him just a list of questions like
Can you just go through the questions?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So and we can comment and like act like we're talking, but we'll completely butt each other over. So, but yeah, just tell him to open up that email that had the questions in it, and
Where'd he go? Now he's going to kill himself because.
Oh, sure, I can go through the questions. Yeah, hang on, we're going to try one more time.
Okay. So back to book group.
Well, this is actually really fun. I think this is a pretty funny show, and we're getting lots of people are watching because I'm getting tons of texts.
Hello? Cool.
Hello.
Hello. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay.
Are your speakers plugged in? Yeah, they must be.
I can do that.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
What question are we on now?
I just texted you the question that we're on.
Oh, that moment that finally led up to that?
Yeah, that's it.
What led me to that?
So what?
October of 2012, I got injured. My spinal cord had a blockage. My right quad wouldn't work properly. After seeing a whole bunch of doctors and neurosurgeons, stuff like that, they said, well, we can't fix you because it's not a guarantee for surgery. So you're going to have some kind of impairment for the rest of your life. Because I was having about 25% use of my right quad. So walking was a challenge. I was walking with a cane. Obviously, I couldn't do stairs or squats or anything like that. And I went off work for 2 years on long-term disability because I couldn't do what I was doing at the time. So in 2013, they said, well, again, we can't do anything for you, but it wouldn't hurt for you to lose a lot of weight. And because of now your impairment, it's going to be harder for you to lose weight. So we suggest that you have weight loss surgery. I'm like, I don't need weight loss surgery. I can do this again on my own. I'm going to diet, and I'm going to do it on my own. So I tried dieting, and I kind of did this for a little bit. And then it kind of stopped, and it's like, okay, well, let me look into this whole weight loss thing. So I started researching the weight loss surgery, and then I had another aha moment where I was really upset because I kind of wanted to go visit my kids, and wasn't able to go see them and whatnot, and I was on my way to the grocery store, and of course for me, my go-to thing was potato chips, chocolate, and jujubes. I had that every night. And I was on my groceries like, I got to go get that, and I need to have that right now. So it was at that moment I said, I got to take care of this so I can take care of that. And that's when I went to the doctor. I said, hook me up, and then make a referral for the weight loss surgery. And that was in the summer of 2014. And
awesome.
That's how I got to the point where I needed to have surgery. I just knew at that time I was ready. And that's when I did a lot more research and YouTube videos and Googling and stuff and whatnot.
Okay,
Awesome.
I'm going to talk for a second. I'm going to talk for a sec, and then I'm going to text Skotti the questions. So first of all, thank you guys for being really supportive during this. I have Les of Kevin is watching. He says, so happy to be with you guys watching live on my big screen TV. Still fun show for sure. Technical problems are minimal. But I want to tell Skotti that, and I have to text him while I say this. So Gretchen says that Skotti is funny and cute. So we need to make sure he hears that. So I just texted you something. So read the text.
Aww, you're so sweet.
And Jody VSG is watching. And she says that I may need another bottle of wine, which she's probably right.
Yeah.
And
can you hear me now?
she's I can.
I can hear you.
You
can hear me.
You can hear us now.
Can you hear me?
Can you?
Yes.
Can you hear us now?
Stop.
Awesome. It's fixed.
Yes, quit your bitching about the echo.
Okay, awesome. Okay. So then let me tell you what Jody says. Oh, first of all, for Gastric Tiger, where the hell have you been? No videos in forever. And if you don't make any, you're not going to be on my panel in Nashville.
Liz, let me tell you. Okay, I wanted to make some this week, but I decided to run my car into someone else's back end instead. So, you know, and if I hadn't had to go to Kansas City to pick up a new car,
blah, blah, blah,
blah, blah, excuses, excuses, excuses. But really, I was planning on doing some videos this week until it became a not good week. So
Good thing you didn't have a dash cam video of yourself making your YouTube thing when you into the other car. That really would have sucked.
I know. Yeah, that would have been bad.
Okay, and Jody also says that Skotti broke Google Plus.
No, I didn't.
And, oh, wait, Siri's talking now, and she wants to know when you're going to get a new belt.
Never.
Never?
No.
Okay, she says she thinks I needed another bottle of wine, which I don't.
Perfect.
And she wants to know, Skotti, are your parents and family overweight?
Yes. Now, my dad was military, so obviously he was fit at the time, but when he retired and got older, you know, he just kind of got out of it, I guess, and so he got that old man paunch on him. And same thing with my mom. My mom being a taller woman, she was always a little bit more broad than the average woman. She held her weight well. But again, retirement, same thing, where she just got a bit big. My siblings, were big as well. Are big as well, I should say. My sister, my brother, not so much. Well, he's getting bigger now in his age as well. So it is kind of a family trait, but kind of having a German background as well, you know, big and broad kind of helps with that a bit. Yeah.
Okay, so I have to say, you know, we generally have people who've been around a lot longer than you have, Skotti. So how many weeks are you?
28 and
28 weeks.
7 eighths.
We are getting more comments and texts than we ever do. So this tells me we need to get people who are a little newer out in their journey. So Cartwell VSG is watching. She says, fantastic. Nice to see you, Skotti. Christine Teeny Tiny Tummy Christine is embracing the echo at this point.
Yes.
Gretchen says, this has to be one of my favorite shows. What a great way to end the week. So
Awesome.
That's awesome. And Christine asked, and I know we have our whole list of questions and we're moving around because I'm all screwed up now. Whose was the first video you remember watching?
I think it would have to be
It
Melanie.
should be one of ours. Just saying. No, I'm just kidding.
To be honest with you, it was Mellie May. For some reason, I don't know how, you know, the YouTube thing, I just typed in something, and I don't even know which one it was of hers, and I was like, oh, hey, okay, that's kind of cool. And then when I realized, you know, I watched somebody's video, but then let me go to their first ones and see what their first ones were and what they look like. I was like, oh wow, that's kind of cool as well. Like, look at them before.
But she looked awesome in her very first video.
Oh so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, cute and bubbly. So I think it just from there, it's just, you see that one person, and you see the comments by the people. I was like, oh, okay, so there's like some kind of WLS name, like a VSG or an RNY or whatever. So I'll click on them and watching it. Lauren losing it. Is that Lauren losing it?
Yeah. Lauren losing. Yeah.
Lauren losing. Yeah.
That was another one of my earlier ones that I remember seeing. Yeah. And then you were third, Elizabeth.
And Scott was fourth.
Scott was fourth.
Okay.
Great.
So did you have any fears going into surgery?
Oh, God, no, absolutely not.
None?
No, because I was so ready. I was mentally ready. And if you're not mentally ready, then don't bother. For anybody out there that hasn't had surgery and you're wondering if you should have surgery, if you're not mentally ready, don't bother. Really, you gotta be mentally ready. And I was. Like, I jumped up onto the operating table, literally. And he kind of looked at me, right? Do you think you're ready now? I said, oh, I'm ready now, all right. So,
yeah.
Do you
wish that you had done it earlier?
Yeah. Now that I know, like we all say, well, if I had known this earlier, I would have. Yeah, for sure. I had originally asked with my GP that I had about 18 years ago for a referral for this, and he said no. And I said, well, why not? And he said, because we used to have a doctor where you live, and he died, and they never replaced him, and it's not that good. And he said something like 85% of the people gained the weight back, and blah, blah, blah. So he wouldn't even give him a referral to go see a doctor. And at that time, I was heartbroken. Like, I was like really pissed because like it's just a referral, whether or not I get accepted or go through.
Right.
Thing. But he wouldn't even give me the referral. So I was just like, I don't know. Like, that's when I thought I could have done it back then. Which at the time in life, I guess I'm glad I didn't, though.
Probably like 10 years before I had surgery, I went to my doctor and asked for it, and the doctor at the time also saw my dad, who has struggled with his weight all his life, my sister, who has had anorexia her life during her teenage years, and she said that he wouldn't recommend it because we all have eating disorders.
Right.
So that wouldn't solve the problem. Well, trust me, I still have eating disorders. It sort of solved the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that I had a lot of thoughts about what this was going to be like pre-op, what was going to happen, what was going to be like to be thinner, how long was that going to take. Did you have thoughts about that beforehand, and how did the reality of it differ from what you thought?
I think really in a weird kind of way, I came into it with, even though I was well prepared, but I still had like my eyes wide shut because thinking you're going to have weight loss surgery, you're going to lose weight, and you're going to be better and whatnot. But the impact, because again, it was only about a year's worth of research, and watching the videos, you're not really seeing people's progression going from, well, I suppose now when you pay attention to it, but when you're new and you're just watching all these videos and it's like, oh my God, look at him, he looks so good, and she's so fantastic and all that. But knowing now that 6 months post-op, and I've lost 115 pounds and change.
And you're very annoying with that consistent weight loss, just saying.
Well, thank you. To be honest with you, as I mentioned earlier, how in April when I kind of started kicking in with the whole weight loss thing, I've lost weight every week since April, just so you know.
Yeah, you already told me that on Friday when we talked. You didn't have to say it again.
But it's a real eye-opener losing weight this fast, because I just didn't think it would happen like this. I thought, yeah, you're going to have surgery, you're going to lose weight. I know a few women that had it done a couple of years, about 10 years ago, down the States, but never ever thought that it would happen like this. And I feel like I can't believe how great I feel about it too.
Yeah.
So exercise has always been a...
You skipped a question, Scott.
Oh, did I? Oh, yes, I did. What was your biggest struggle?
My question.
I was asking your question because it's a very important question to me. So what's your biggest struggle that you've had post-op?
I think the biggest struggle has been accepting that I am actually getting smaller. I still see myself as a 300+ pound guy.
Yeah.
As an example, a couple of days ago I was in Costco and looking at pants, and it says right on the sign, you know, the name of the pant and from size 30 to 40. My first reaction was, fuck, they don't fit me.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hang on, I'm a 34.
Yeah.
Now, right? And it's like, oh yeah, and it's a constant reminder to, yes, you are, you know, you can fit on the rides now for an amusement park, or you can sit in one of those collapsible chairs, you know, that you have in the summertime, and you won't collapse it without, you know, that. So that's my biggest struggle, is just being able to not accept, I guess, but understand that I am getting smaller.
Yeah.
And that's who I am now. Because I don't remember the last time that I was this weight in my adult life.
Yeah.
Probably based on what you said in the beginning, maybe 1. I'm just kidding.
Right.
Maybe when you were 1.
The homogenized milk. Probably
exactly.
1-year-old.
Yeah.
Gretchen says that you're probably our first male skinny bitch. So.
Perfect.
And then I think, unless if Kevin has a question, I think I'm understanding is, does anybody ask, you know, are you sick? Are you okay? You're losing too much weight? That kind of thing?
No. For the people that I'm around, because I only see about 12 people in my whole life, with the exception of watching you guys, that's about my circle of family and friends. And so they know, you know. But no, nobody said, oh my God, are you sick? Are you okay? Because not that everybody knows that I've had surgery. I'm still not completely out of the closet, the WLS closet. Yeah. But the people that do know, like, they're, you know, in favor of me. They don't believe, and some of the people don't believe in the surgery at all. But they see me, and they, you know, they have the confidence in me, and, you know, they kind of give me the blessing type of thing.
Right. Yeah.
But I haven't run into anybody that I haven't seen in, you know, 20 years. Like, oh my God, you know, are you sick? Is everything okay? Haven't run into that yet.
Well, I think we were talking on Friday about this. It's like sometimes if people don't eat their protein the way they're supposed to do it, or do the things they're supposed to do, they have a really drawn look to their face. And I don't think Skotti has that at all.
No.
I also don't think I ever had that, because my face is still fat. Hey, we've already got a thumbs down.
Perfect.
Awesome. So exercise is something that's been a very important part of my journey. I mean, other than surgery, I think it's been the most important part. Talk to us about what you do in terms of exercise.
I try not to. Exercise for me was, again, part of this whole process was not just starting the day of surgery and going forward. It was beforehand and preparing. So I started at the gym before surgery because I wanted to get in the routine of doing workouts and doing what I could do. Why wait till after surgery when you could beforehand? Get yourself into a routine of going to the gym after work, before work, after visiting friends, whatever, and fitting that into your day, because after surgery, that's going to be part of your life. So the more you can get used to it, just like cutting back. If we can all cut back before surgery, cut our calories, cut our portion sizes, that's going to benefit you after surgery. So I was amazed. Like the first day that I was at the gym and I was on the exercise bike on level 1, and my arse was sore in about 15 minutes, and I was struggling for, you know, a good 25 minutes just to finish that. And at that time, I probably would have been around 370 pounds. And so I just continued like everyone else. You get better and you get better. After surgery, 2 weeks after surgery, I went back to the gym. I was on the treadmill and on the bike. Not as great as I was 2 weeks before, but getting there. By the 3rd week post-op, I was getting right back ramped up again, and the 4th week is when I started doing some weights. I did a bit of weights in those first 4 to 8 weeks after post-op, as well as doing cardio, but then I kind of stopped the weights. And I think just because the gym that I go to, and I'm a shy guy.
Really?
I am. And I prefer to use machines over free weights. And so when there's people around at the machines, it's like, oh, I don't want to go there. I don't want to wait, and I don't want them to see me, type of thing. So I kind of got out of it for a little bit and just focused more on the cardio, which I'm glad I did, because the cardio really is key. I was able to.
No, it isn't. I got to interrupt you there. The cardio is not key.
No.
So, can I tell you why? Just because this is like a big thing. Because when you're eating so few calories, you're going to lose more muscle mass if you're just doing cardio. And when you strength train, you're building muscle that's going to help you year 2 when you stop losing 4 fucking pounds every week.
Really?
So, just saying. Okay, go ahead. Ow.
Looks good on you. Anyways, yes, cardio is key.
And I'm older than you, so listen to me. No.
So I did all that to kind of help myself with getting my body better and healthier. And then now for the last few months, I've been kind of concentrating on the weights as well as the cardio, because I've noticed like my arms, the fat gone from like that down to this, and there's actually like a little muscle bump kind of sticking out there now. So, I want to work on that, and that's my goal in the long run, is just to build up a little bit more bulk around. Not like,
you want to be like Sleeve Rocker?
I want to be like Pete.
I want to be like Pete. No, not totally.
Well, yeah.
But no, but really,
wait, do that again. Do that again. That's not bad, man.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. And that's what I mean. Like even from October to December-ish, my arm just went like that. And you can kind of see, like in that side-by-side picture, Elizabeth, that you put up of me before and after, you can really see how my arms have gone down in size. So the way the whole exercise thing, you got to have exercise, and I was always like that beforehand. I could diet, but if I didn't exercise, I wouldn't lose weight, and I could exercise, but if I didn't diet. And it's a part of my life. I know that I have to get there. There's days that I don't want to get there, but even if I can do half an hour on the bike just for something to do, then that's a hell of a lot better than doing nothing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so we had a question about exercise from Les of Kevin. Have you ever just run somewhere because you can now?
I still can't run.
Okay. Because of your leg?
I can walk limp pretty quick. So yeah.
I like run up the stairs at the beach for no reason other than that. I can't. It's kind of crazy. Okay, we have another question from Jody, and I have to say the Q&A thing is working really well tonight. I don't know what I did. But you said you're not fully out of the closet. When people ask you how you've lost weight, what do you say? Especially if it's someone you really don't want to tell about.
I think mostly I tell them, which is true, it's a lifestyle change. I have made a lifestyle change. Not too many people say, how are you losing the weight? Did you have help or whatever? Most people say, you're losing weight, that's great. How are you doing it? Lifestyle change, really. And that's not a lie. No. And I like to keep it like that. If they really want to press, and if I'm good enough with them, then I'll tell them, oh, by the way, I've had this. I'm not embarrassed by it. I'm still 6 months post-op, and still new to this whole thing. I know there's enough people in my life that I know that don't, like I said, they don't approve of the surgery. They approve of me doing it, but they don't approve of the whole thing. They know for me, this is what I needed to be healthier, and they're fine with that. So there will be a day where I'll stand right up there and say, hey, this is me, and this is what I've done, and I feel great for doing it. If that helps anybody.
Yeah. So along the way, we all have really just meaningful moments. So what are some of the powerful moments you've had in this process?
Powerful moment. Powerful movement? No. Wait.
We don't want to know about that. What are your biggest NSVs, too?
I think really, I think it has to be with my body morphing into a smaller size.
Mm-hmm.
That always seems to amaze me. The belt, as you guys love my belt, that's one of my bigger ones.
Do people love your belt?
People love my belt. I can't help it. It wraps like halfway around my body now. So I think, I don't know, I don't know if there's anything in particular. The whole process has just been a miracle, really, if you want to call it that. So I think the whole thing, I'm just so proud and grateful of everything and all of it. From eating healthier, and I think maybe too that's a big thing, is I've always liked salads beforehand, but now it's like I love salads, and I'm thankful that I can eat salads, because I've seen and heard some people say they can't eat salad post-op. Thank goodness that hasn't bothered me at all, because I have a salad just about every day, and if I don't, I crave it. That's the healthier choices is one thing I think is really powerful for me, is making those those healthy choices, because before it was so easy just to pick up the crap on the way home or whatever, and now it's well, I want to eat a healthy meal and make sweet potato shepherd's pie and beef and quinoa rolls and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, the questions are going crazy for you. So there's two things I want to say right now. One is, obviously we need people who are not like 2 and 3 years out, who are my friends. So if you guys have suggestions of people that you want to have on the show who I may not be aware of, or even who I am aware of, but post them on my Facebook page or The Naked Truth so we can add them to the list. And you know what? Your Canadian accent is much less on here than it is in your videos. Just saying.
Hey.
Eh?
And
Okay, so BSG Jody says, no, people don't love his belt. People want his address so they can send him a new belt.
Aww. The old box. Skotti RNY.
Okay, and then Danny M says, you're very early out, but are you considering any kind of plastic surgery?
Well, pre-op, being big and big all over, I didn't have one of these big man gun things going on. I just was big all over. So I thought, well, there's no way that I would be able to be approved for plastics, because in Ontario, you can get a panty done if you've got some medical problems and it's been documented, and they'll cover that. And that seems to be the most common thing. So I thought, well, there's no way that I'd ever be approved for that, because I don't have that. But now, like we all have, we have that loose skin hanging down. And I could see myself getting a rash or 3 enough, to get it documented.
But over the summer, maybe.
Yeah, maybe over the summer I might get a rash or 3. So it's documented. And I would definitely consider, having that done. If I could get approved for at least a panty, I would. If I were to win the Euro Millions lottery, which is...
I tried that link you told me, it didn't work. What was...
thelotter.com.
Oh, the lotter. Okay.
The lotter. If I had the money, yes, I would definitely consider doing a lot of other things. Is it a vain thing? Sure, why not? I deserve it now. I've always deserved it, but I deserve it even more now. And I think that's a big part of it. I'm good with,
Oh yeah, show his muscle. I'm good with my big muscle.
No, we all have the chicken wings, and I understand that. And the wrinkles, in between here, and the wrinkles under the eyelids, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I would definitely consider it now, whereas before I never thought I would have. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Aussie Lightweight VSG is watching, and she asked the question that was actually next on my list. So that was very appropriate timing. Let's talk about relationships. How has your weight loss impacted the relationships with your kids?
My kids.
And how old are your kids? Remind me.
15, 13, and 11.
Okay.
2 girls and a boy. The 13-year-old, she's the kind of a worrywart, but in a good way. She always wants to make sure everyone's happy and healthy, and she doesn't like change. So I'm anorexic now because I don't eat. Yeah, you're anorexic, right? You know,
Yes, totally.
over the Christmas holidays, I had a chocolate, like these guys, right?
Yeah.
And like,
wait, can I show you guys really quickly the chocolate that Lorraine and I bought at the store that I forgot to use when my friend was visiting? Can you guys see this? Sex chocolate. Okay, anyway, go on.
No, please. That's in next week's episode. So I would eat something like that, and she would say, that has sugar in it, you know. Yeah, it does, and I'm okay with that. Well, I thought you can't have that. And I'm like, I'm not supposed to, and I know what I can have and not have. And if that's a little treat, I'll have that.
Yeah.
The 15-year-old, she doesn't really say much. She acknowledged the other day, though, like how when I was over for a visit, and she said, wow, you look really skinny, and made just a side view or something like that, you know, she kind of caught. And they see me all the time, and they know I've lost all the weight, but it was nice to hear that from her.
Mm-hmm.
The 11-year-old boy, he's 11.
He doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't matter much to him at all. So all in all, they know that Dad had this done to be healthier, and I think deep down they like that, even though it might have scared them, and the rest of this, you know, will still continue to scare them, you know, moving forward. But they know that Dad did it to be healthy, to be there for them. And I had told them once, you know, like, and I never told them up until 2 weeks before surgery, because I didn't want them to be worried all through the school year. They were just about finishing school, and that's, you know, when I had told them. So they're good with it. I think.
But has it impacted the way that you've engaged with them at all?
No, they still ignore me. Like
Right, teenagers. I hear you.
Yeah.
My son, who was, I think he was like 17, almost 18 when I had surgery, he was like, are you going to come home thin from the hospital? Like, no.
I was like, no, that's not fair.
But I can tell, I mean, he's at college and he doesn't come home that often, and he was supposed to come home and help me move today, and he only stayed for 15 minutes. I think I already said that, but I think I need to say it again. I think he's a little uncomfortable with, like, my new social life. But, hey, whatever.
Hey, it's Mom's social life, though, right?
Yeah. Scott?
So do you feel like any of your relationships with your friends or your career has been affected by your weight loss at this point?
No, I would say not, because, again, for my circle of 12 friends and whatnot that I have, no, they all know it's true.
Yeah.
They all know, like.
That's way more friends than I had pre-WLS.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have so many.
Sad.
No, it hasn't really affected anything. Work-wise, the odd person that I run into, they'll say, you've lost weight and you look good. Keep it up. And, you know,
but talk about what you do for work. I would think there might be some impact.
I was a cook.
Oh, you're not now. Okay.
Before my injury, I was a professional cook, so can't stand to work anymore. Can't stand to do that anymore. So I work in an office now. So you know, the building that I work in, and I run into people, and I've only been in this new office or building for 10 months now, and they've kind of knew me before, but now to see me, they're like, wow, you know, you look really good, especially the ones that don't see me. So friendship-wise or acknowledgement, I'm getting more acknowledgement from people from work, and my 12 friends, they're all again accepting and they like me.
That's good. So one of the questions we usually talk about, but I just feel like you're still, I don't know, well, you answer the question. I won't answer the question for you. But do you feel like you're a food addict or compulsive overeater at all?
Yes, I am a food addict now. I was an overeater before, and compulsive eater, emotional eater before. Again, every time that I was upset, chips, chocolate, and jujubes straight in there.
Do you find that? Because I know when I was early out, it was very clear to me when I was eating emotionally, even if it was like a Quest bar. Have you had that experience yet, or no, not yet?
No, not at all. Because again, I took care of that, so I don't get emotional anymore.
Oh, you took care of that. Okay. I'm so glad. Let's talk to you in another 6 months, Scotty.
Yeah. No, I don't. I've kind of learned that the whole emotional thing is not to be for food. If I want to be emotional, then I'll break down and cry, or I'll find something to do. Cry is too much, I guess. But no, I won't turn to eating. A food addict, yes, because now in post-op, it's not like, well, I'm going to stop at wherever on the way home and pick up this, or I didn't pull anything out, and that's fine. Now, you really have to think of what you're going to eat and think ahead.
Yeah.
I know that, and I was doing a menu plan. I don't now. I did a menu plan for a little bit, and which really can be helpful, and some people still do it to this day, and that's great. But in my head, I'll think, okay, tomorrow I'm going to have fish, so I'll pull out some fish today, or I'm going to have some chicken or whatever. But I'm constantly addicted to preparing food, trying new things, like the beef, quinoa, cabbage rolls, and all that stuff. And that's how I'm addicted to food in that sense.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're running close on time, Scott, can you ask the tip question, and then we'll go to the inside the WLS questions?
Sure. If you could give any tips to pre-op newbies, what would it be?
The pre-op newbies.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, if you are not mentally ready, I don't want to be rude, step back until you are and let somebody else in. Real quick, here in Ontario, it's covered. The RNY, which I had, by the way, and I don't know if I said that before, the whole headphone thing, or the VSG, it's covered. So if you're not mentally ready, then move away, because I've seen people where they've said, well, I'm going to have surgery, they've had surgery, and then a month later they fall off the wagon. And where somebody who needed it medically has to wait.
Yes.
So be prepared mentally, do your research, and do the things that you're going to do post-op before. Cut back calories, your portion sizes, start exercising, getting your vitamins in order, start your routines like that. Because that's what it is. Post-WLS is a routine.
Yeah.
And so that'd be my biggest tip, is make sure you're ready.
Yeah, I agree. And doing, things like breaking those addictions to carbs and sugar beforehand is huge. And like you talked about in terms of exercise, starting doing that in advance.
Yeah.
I don't know how people go from, eating McDonald's and donuts every day and then having weight loss surgery a week later. I just don't even know how they do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was fortunate that I had a program that made it so I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So do you have any tips for people who are farther out and still have weight to lose or are struggling with regain?
Oh, sorry, that was for somebody else. He's not that far
I can
out.
answer that, then. I can answer that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
From my thought is, if for anybody, if you're struggling and having a problem with regain, if you were good enough to journal, go back to what you journaled and see what you were doing and what you were eating when you were losing the weight compared to what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Because obviously you were doing something then that you're not doing now, and find out what that is and make that change back to what you were doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a lot of us who are out, a couple of years out, are at that stage where we're looking back and trying to figure out how to get back to the basics and just, going back to what we started with. And
can I say, just by doing 60 to 80 grams of protein, 64 ounces of water, and exercising over the last 2 days, I lost 9 pounds.
Good for you.
But that was water. I mean, it was like water, but still.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Crazy. Okay,
So,
inside the WLS studio questions, Scott.
All right. So every week we do this, and just want to pick your brain, just to get a little bit of who you actually are. So let's start out with, what is your favorite word?
Fantastic.
That's a shock, right?
Absolutely. All right. What's your least favorite word?
I don't have one. I love all the words out there, good or bad, big or small, except for supercalifragilistic something. Maybe that's the one.
Yeah. Hey, okay. So what turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
No, I would have to say
yes.
Yeah.
So positivity. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
So does no turn you off? Oh, wait, I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah, so what turns you off?
What turns me off? People that want to have weight loss surgery and don't use that tool to the best of their advantage. That's what I've been turned off with in the last 6 months, is seeing people like that. Everyone has their struggles, I understand it, but unfortunately, that's a turn-off to me.
Yeah.
I was given a tool and a blessing to use this, so.
Yeah, I understand. So what's your favorite curse word?
Martha Fokker.
All right. What sound or noise do you love?
Ooh.
Wait, do it.
The one from
Do the
earlier?
sound or noise you were doing at the beginning.
Too shy to do that now. I don't know if I can.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Wait, do it again. That's the sound or noise you love. It sounds like a fish tank.
Sort of.
Okay, for Elizabeth, that's my favorite sound.
Okay, but what's your real favorite sound?
A nice. Well, because you guys think I'm idiots, anyways, and I screwed up the first part of this, so anyways, dry fart sound. That's my favorite.
What?
Sound. A nice dry fart sound.
That's your favorite sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, what sound or noise do you hate?
A really wet fart sound.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Okay.
Okay. I'm glad I'm not asking the questions this week, Scott.
Yeah. So, what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Professional beach volleyball player.
Awesome.
No, I love beach volleyball.
They play that all the time right down the street.
I know,
from my house.
and I got hooked on the AVP. So there's a
Oh,
volleyball
wow.
in the sun,
You
right?
really love it.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I love the AVP right there, AVP. That's what I like to do.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, that sounds like a good goal.
Mm-hmm.
So for farther out, okay. What profession would you not like to do?
I would love to do everything. As dirty as whatever it is, I would love to do it. Because a job is a job. Realistically, when you don't have a job and when you're faced to almost losing your jobs,
Yeah.
just finding a job or getting a job again is great. So I would do anything if I had to, for sure.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, the more experience you have, the more fun it is. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So the last question: if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Well, I'd walk in and say, "Hey, brother, I'm here," and he would say, "Fantastic."
Awesome.
Awesome. He'd say sublime. Did you say that, or am I imagining that?
You imagined it.
I must be imagining that. Okay. Thank you for being here. Obviously, I've gotten more texts and more questions than we have on, I think, about any show that we've done. So obviously, you're a popular guy.
Thank you very much for inviting me. If you'd like to do this again, I'm here at your disposal anytime.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Okay. So I meant to say this at the beginning for the people who didn't watch all the way to the end, but I forgot. We are adding a new once-a-month show with Dr. Katzen, who's a plastic surgeon here in Beverly Hills, who specializes in, I don't know, post-bariatric plastic surgery. So he's going to be here on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about, sorry, these texts are cracking me up. We're going to be talking about, he does like Skype consults. A lot of people come in from other states and other countries to see him, so we're going to be talking about what that process is. And then once a month, we're just going to go through body parts. So we're going to do boobs, stomach, arms, thighs, whatever. So that'll be on Wednesday night. That'll be Patty and I. Next week was supposed to be Kirk. We were going to follow up on the interview we did with him a while ago, but he had some unexpected travel plans. So we're going to have Jamie, BSG Betty, on, who I just spent some concentrated time with last week, and I love. So she's going to be here next week, and that will also be with Patty. The Sunday after that, which will be for my new house, we're going to have the WLSFA team. We're going to have the president, Tony, Laura Van Tool, and Rain Hampton. here
Mhm.
with us, and I can't remember who the co-host is, but that's the schedule coming up.
Awesome.
That's her.
Sounds good.
Cool. So, and remember to like, subscribe, and share. Tell all your friends, and come back here next week to join us for a great show.
Awesome. Okay, we'll see you guys next week. Oh, well, no, we'll see you guys on Wednesday. See you then.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.